What's good, family? It's your boy, Dr. Brandon Kim, is back at it again with part 4 of the college planning series. And tonight, we're going to talk about standardized testing. That's right, the ACT and the SAT. You feel me? Now, I hear you. Which one should I take? Should I take the SAT? Should I take the ACT? Well, if you ask me, I recommend you take both them things. That's right. Take both of them at least one time. And here's why. Okay. Although the tests are very similar, there are some subtle differences. And you may perform better on one test compared to the other test. And if that's the case for you, you want to make sure you prioritize the test that you did better at. Okay. Again, you want to get the highest scores possible. And so taking the test that you do better on will give you that opportunity. All right. But we're not talking about that tonight. Tonight, we're going to talk about creating a study plan. Okay. You got to prioritize spending time studying in order to get a better score. And why do you want to get a better score? Because that's going to increase your chances of getting into the school you want to go to. And that's going to increase your chances of getting more money, more money, more money. Okay. I've told you guys before, colleges receive thousands of applications every year. Yes, they do. And with this test score, it gives you an opportunity to what? To make yourself stand out. So you want to take the time to make sure you study and prioritize again, so you can get what? More money, more money, more. All right. So Pete, when you guys are thinking about taking or creating a study plan, first of all, I want you to think about, when is the test? Okay. What's the actual test date, right? If you have more time, 2 or 3 months before the test date, then you can spread the time that you study during the week. You can spread that out. But if the test date is in 6 weeks or so, you might need to spend more time studying. Okay. The test prep people that I'm in my network, they recommend studying at least 10 hours a week. Okay, that's 2 hours a day. But they also recommend you breaking that up into 30 to 45 minute segments so that you don't get burnt out. Okay, right? And then I want you guys to understand that I recommend, I ain't gonna tell you what you should do, but I recommend that you take practice tests so you can prioritize your time effectively, right? If you score really good in the math section and really poorly in reading, well, then you need to prioritize spending more time practicing the reading comprehension section compared to the math section, okay? Now, a lot of people ask me about taking the signing up for a test prep course. And here's my recommendation if you decide to invest in the test prep course. Number one, okay, make sure you take the first test. When you take the first practice test, you're prepared. Okay, so this is in essence what they do. They give you a practice test when you sign up for the course, and then they give you your final practice test at the end of the course. And then that's how they compare how much your score went up. Well, if you don't prepare to take that first test and you just go in there and just do whatever, at the end your test score is going to improve no matter what, because you didn't put in effort during the first test. So make sure you have a true baseline when you start this course. Study a little bit, practice a little bit. It don't have to be real in depth, but I want you to make sure that you go over something before you take that practice test. And then number two, I would recommend that you make sure that you take a class that ends just before the test is the test date, right? Maybe a week, a few days before the test date. You want that stuff to be fresh, y'all. You want it to be fresh. You don't want to take a course that ends in March, but you don't take the test until May. You're going to invest a lot of money in those courses, so make sure you get the most out of it. All right. Well, listen, I appreciate y'all stopping in, hanging out with me for a little bit. I'll see you guys next week. Holla at your boy.